Listen, I told you I was hitting it. There we go. I can take this off. Oh shit! Forgot to.
Oh, turn it around.
Yeah. Are we on there? Oh, good. What's going on, everybody? Happy New Year. It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video. You guys have not seen us for some weeks. You know, so we missed Christmas together. We missed the first week of New Year's. So this is like the official first start. We missed Mikkel's birthday. How was your birthday?
Oh wow, we did. It was good. It was nice and quiet. I did a birthday. Well, I told you. Remember, I did a birthday dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't believe it's been that long.
Yeah, it's been some weeks.
Because I was on vacation from work for like almost 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I didn't see you that whole time. No,
you didn't.
Oh, wow. Wow. What the hell?
Yeah. Well, for me, Christmas came. Christmas was quiet. I didn't do anything. I didn't work. I just relaxed. And that's what I've just been trying to do is relax, and, you know, try to get myself together for this year because there's some places I want to go, things that I want to do, and goals that I had to achieve. Also, not only that, speaking with Candy, like and a couple other old school YouTubers, we are trying to do something down on the ranch in August. And, you know, Candy has days that she can do and then days that she can't do. So we're trying to figure it out. But we need to have like an official meeting with everybody instead of everybody saying I'm available this day and I can't do that day at this time. But I'm excited for it because it's been a long time. And I want to know what other people are up to, and I want to get to see y'all. A lot of y'all been saying, you know, I remember y'all when I was in this grade and I was in that grade. And so a lot of y'all are grown too. So I want to, you know, see y'all party. It's definitely look like we're going to be doing something on the ranch. And the ranch is going to be open that day too. So we're trying to figure it all out. And that's where we are. For New Year, I didn't go out. I didn't, first of all, it's not really no clubs out like that no more, like where we could go. It's not really anything. And I just was on the phone with Mario, Malik, Dennis, and Brandon on FaceTime. You know, we took shots together, we talked, and we just, it was just very grown, very mature. And I got off the phone like around 2 o'clock in the morning. And then, for some reason, I was listening to Beyonce, and you know, I like to go on this website like who sampled what, like where the sound came from, and then I didn't realize that on Formation that was Messy Maya, who passed away a couple years ago, and then I was watching.
Where what on Formation was Messy Maya?
When he was like, "I'm back by," is that Formation? I'm back by popular demand.
Yeah,
I'm back by popular demand, and then he said something else.
I thought that was a.
It could be the wrong. I could be. Yeah, it could be the wrong song.
Yeah.
What's that when she's in the water in the beginning? Y'all hate us corny with that Illuminati.
No, I thought that was a big Frida.
Is it? I could be wrong.
That's Big Frida.
I could be wrong.
Maya.
No, that is Messy Maya.
I thought that was Big Frida.
No, it's Messy Maya. Because I went to they had like the actual clip from the video. So it's from a YouTube video.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm going to tell you, went down into New Orleans. Something like that. And he had this story about what happened.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I haven't seen like a Messy Maya video in so long.
I know.
And then I was like, let me call Daniel. Because I was like, I wanted to hear the New Orleans accent for some reason. And then I spoke to Daniel for a little bit, and he was just so happy that I called. And then he was just like, he wasn't going down Bourbon Street that night, but he was just out and about, and he was about to be on his way back home. And I'm glad he didn't go down to Bourbon Street because of that horrible, horrific attack that happened. You know, just people out celebrating New Year, want to have a good time. You can't do nothing without somebody spoiling it. Mm-hmm. You had somebody just run down people, kill 14 people, injure even more. It was horrible, but you know what I'm getting tired of, Mikhail? When somebody do something real bad, everybody want to know, well, what was his political beliefs? Was he a Democrat or was he Republican? He's a fucking terrorist. Overall, it's a terrorist. Stop worrying about like, okay, well, oh, he wasn't on our side, so it don't. It matters because life was lost. It matters because life was lost.
I never think about what political party a terrorist is a part of. You know, like you said, they're terrorists. Whether they're American citizen, foreign terrorists, you're a terrorist. And you know, when I saw the clip of, I guess was the camera was posted on a building, and you see him zooming down that street, and the people are running out of the street to get, and he almost hits that girl by inches. Yeah. It's like, what kind of hate do you have in your heart that you would press the gas pedal and just go? Like what? Like, I saw an unedited video on Twitter.
I don't know why you be watching that stuff.
But here's the thing. I didn't go looking for it. I got on Twitter and then bam, that was the first thing on there. So I'm like, oh my God. The way this one guy's leg, Kevin. When I tell you his right leg, he was laying on the ground and he couldn't move. His right leg was bent all the way back towards like his head. So his left leg was like this, regular, but the right leg had been bent all. And it was dead? No, he wasn't dead because he was moving his body, but he couldn't get up. And the people around, like, it was so much, it was so chaos during the aftermath. You got people running to try to help people in the, you know, they're running to help their friends. Their friends are laying in the street and people are screaming over their friends, crying, and, you know, you see people laying there bleeding. It's like, this man really did that. And then the one video I saw, I'm sure everybody saw this one video where somebody's recording and you can see the truck in the back and the cops run up to the truck and then all of a sudden the door opens and they just start shooting at, and then whoever's recording runs and takes cover in the building or whatever. But you can still hear the gunshots as they're going off. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, this is horrible. Like, this is horrible. Like, it went from 10 people being killed to now 14 people being killed. Like, it's like you can't do anything anymore. You can't go here. You can't go to church. You can't go to school. You can't go to the mall. You can't go to the airport. You can't go to Bourbon Street. You can't go to one of Trump's hotels. You can't go to a concert. You can't do anything. Like, it's like everywhere you would think that this wouldn't happen. It happens. And it's happened actually everywhere. Yeah. Airports, churches, synagogues, schools. It's like everywhere. And what the hell is going on?
Yeah, people just don't care. And especially like when they're set out to kill other people.
I know. It's horrible.
My thing is, go kill yourself.
Go kill yourself. Like that guy did at the Trump Hotel in Vegas.
Yeah.
He killed himself.
Yeah, but he could have injured other people.
He could have. And I forgot, they explained why it was that the explosion didn't do the damage that he probably thought it would do. It when the car exploded, it basically shot up rather than shooting outward. Because you see people standing around the car, and they said that, you know, people were injured, but nobody died, thank God, except for him. And that's how it was meant to be. Because thank God nobody else died but him. And at first, in the very beginning, I thought, well, maybe when they talked about the fireworks in the car, I thought, well, maybe it just was the fireworks probably overheated and just exploded. But then when they said there was like a detonator, and then when they talked about he didn't die from the explosion, he died from a self-inflicted wound, I said, oh, so, you know, this man pulled up to do this. Like, I don't know what's the matter with people. Yeah. Like, it's like Now I'm scared. I don't want to stand next to a car. I don't want to go next to I don't want to go to a overpopulated area because you don't know who's going to take a car. And because that guy in Vegas, not Vegas, New Orleans. If you see the original video, he drives around a cop car to get on Bourbon Street because there was a cop car right there. But he drove past the cop car
so
and then drove
it was like supposed to
it.
be blocking it off.
Supposed to be blocking it off. He came. This is the cop car. He came around the cop car like this and then sped around it because you could see the cop then jump out of the car, and then everybody's like looking like. So he went around the cop car and then shot down Bourbon Street because remember those barriers that were supposed to be up were not working. And that cop. He did. You can see in the video. He does open the door, get out the car, and start chasing. But I think nobody in that split second knows what the fuck is going on. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's just horrible. It's horrible.
I just think and I hope I don't ever have to be there when something happens, because you don't know what you're going to do, how you're going to react when something like this breaks out.
I know.
I don't wish to be a part of. Something like that. Yeah, I've been places where people be running for no goddamn reason. You know, I've seen that happen. But I don't want to be where it's like, you know, somebody starts shooting and it's just chaos. I just don't. I don't wish to be a part of that.
You know what I didn't like from that press conference that was held in New Orleans? What I didn't like, first of all, that Senator Kennedy, he's just an asshole. And he's a performative asshole. Like he jumped in front of the microphone just to
say it was a terrorist. I mean,
no, not a terrorist attack, but basically, we're the federal government. They're going to tell us what's happening. If they don't, it's going to be hell to pay. Like shut the hell up. As if the federal government, like what the hell? Everybody's just as confused as you are.
Yeah.
But what I didn't like is when the mayor talked about the barriers that are there on Bourbon Street that come up and then from out of the street. And she was talking about that, and I guess she was asked why weren't they up, and she was saying that, you know, they weren't up because they were working on them and they were preparing to have them ready for the Super Bowl. And I'm saying to myself, no, not the Super Bowl, sis. You got a whole bunch of things happening before the goddamn Super Bowl. And you talking about the Super Bowl, like, come on, like, no, something like a place like Bourbon Street, those barriers should actually always be up. Okay? They should always be up. So, you know, when you're talking about, we were preparing to have them ready for the Super Bowl. No, sis. What about New Year's Eve? What about the Sugar Bowl that I never heard of until the other day?
Oh, my goodness.
You know, no, I never heard of that. I heard of a Sugar Bowl because I got one in the house. I ain't heard of that Sugar Bowl.
He was a mess.
So, yeah, I'm just like, no, sis. Like, no. No, that's not a good answer for me. Not a good answer for me at all, especially when you got 14 people dead and over 20 people injured. Like, no, that's not a good answer. That right there was a terrorist attack. And that it could have been prevented in so many different ways. And thank God for two things. Thank God for the police officers. And thank God for that crane that he ended up crashing into. And that's how he crashed into a crane, which was like in the middle of Bourbon Street, which was weird too. But a big old crane he ended up crashing into. And he may have crashed into it because he probably got shot or tried to duck the cops from shooting at him. But he ended up crashing to the crane. And like I said, that video that I saw where he opened the door and the cops ran up on the thing and they just started shooting at him. Like, it's just like, pussy, what the fuck is you doing?
Yeah, and he seemed like, in the videos I've seen, like, he seemed like a regular guy. He had a business, he did real estate.
Very nice looking too.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, well put together looking man. It's just like, what the hell? Like,
yeah, worked for the military for years. And then all of a sudden you just snap.
But did you hear what they said he wanted to kill his family first?
He wanted to?
Yeah, his plans was to kill his family first, but then he ended up changing those plans. Like, he had plans on that he was ready to kill his family. He has a whole thing where he was posting videos on some type of site where they found the site. Because, you know, after all this, the FBI finds everything that you've been posting and stuff. And so they found videos where he talked about where he wanted to kill his family and this, that, and the third. But then he changed his mind and then ended up doing this. And it's just like, what the hell? And to think after the fact, his family, to think you see this and you're saying to yourself, oh my God, like he had intentions on wanting to kill us. Like, that's horrible. I think he had gone through 2 divorces. Like, it's unbelievable. It's just really sad. I don't know, man. I don't know. The world that we live in, it is getting. I think our generation, Kevin, has probably. Well, not just our generation, but I think anybody living now. We've seen it all. We've seen terrorist attacks with bombings. We've seen terrorists use airplanes to fly into buildings. Mm-hmm. We've now seen people going into schools and people ramming people with cars and people shooting up malls.
People shooting up the concert. Remember that happened in Vegas? Like
yes,
7 years ago?
Yes.
Club.
Yes. And then that terrorist attack in Africa, remember? Mm-hmm. At that mall in Nairobi?
Yes.
That was horrible. Like, I think that's probably one of the best documentaries. Unfortunately, I say the best. But it's one of the best documentaries I've seen because they used all of the surveillance cameras inside of this mall to put this documentary together. And just to see people on a Saturday afternoon going shopping at this very, very high-end popular mall, and then these terrorists come in here and just start shooting up the mall. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, that's what y'all do? Y'all just shoot people? Because you mad at the government?
Yeah. And that other guy said, "Oh, this was not a terrorist attack. This was a wake-up call."
Yeah, but a wake-up call for who?
Yeah.
And you know what's so crazy? Because when they were reading his statement, the guy in Vegas, when they were reading his statement, I was saying to myself, well, it seems like he wanted to be the solution to whatever problem he saw happening. So why kill yourself? Because it doesn't seem like... It seemed like you had probably legitimate concerns from his statement. And as they were reading, I'm saying to myself, but this doesn't even seem like somebody who wants to kill themselves. It seems like somebody who wants whatever's going on to be right.
Yeah.
But you are doing this.
Yeah, but he wanted all Democrats eradicated from Washington, D.C.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
He wanted
So he was a Trump supporter.
Oh, yeah.
But then he went into Trump's hotel.
That's the irony. You got an Elon Musk truck.
Yeah.
And you're going to Trump Tower in Vegas. Wow.
Something's not adding up. Something ain't clean in the milk, Kevin.
Excuse me. I just know that it's even more coming. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
And you don't know when, you don't know where,
yep.
but you know it's coming.
But you know it's coming. Ain't that something? And then Donald Trump
was loud and wrong.
Took the words. How'd you know I was going to say all that?
I don't know. Because he was.
Because he was. He talked about this immigrant. That man in Louisiana was an American-born citizen. Yes. There wasn't nothing foreign about him other than the fact that his family or whatever probably was from a different country. Mm-hmm. But he was born and raised in this country. He was a U.S. citizen. And Donald Trump talks, so yeah, because these terrorists from all these other countries. Shut up. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. And think about it, everybody is not from, if you're not Indian, you're not really from here, okay? So you got your people who've immigrated over here. It's everybody over here. It's none of us is really
from over here.
No.
So, except for the Indians.
Yeah,
the American Indians.
Yeah.
I just don't want the other Indians.
No.
Yeah, no.
I'm talking about American
the American Indians. Yeah.
This was their shit.
It sure was.
And they took their land from them. You know, and you got people immigrating from Italy, people coming from England, people coming from all over the
And we didn't ask to come. We was the only ones that didn't ask to come over here.
No, we did not. We were put on the boat. And you know what's so crazy, Mikhail? I was, like, during this time that we've been going, I've been watching a lot of, for some reason, slavery stuff. I watched Roots again, but I watched the 2016 version. And now, it didn't make me cry. I don't know why it didn't make me cry until Chicken George got sold to England. I don't know why, but I've been watching that. I watched The Book of Negroes. I watched A Woman Named Moses with Cicely Tyson. Like, I've just been watching. I don't know what it is, but it's just like something that it didn't make me mad watching this, though. It's just that I'm just watching it. I could be doing anything else, but I'm watching these shows. And I watched the new the 688. It's actually good. Now I know a lot of people tense up about Tyler Perry, but I enjoyed it. Especially Kerry Washington. She really did a good job.
I feel like I didn't like her in that role. I didn't like the southern accent that kept going in and out from her, because it kept going in and out. I felt like somebody else could have been better in that role. I don't know. Are we being honest?
Go ahead.
Okay. Kerry Washington never did it for me. Never. And nothing she's ever been in has she's ever done it for me. So I
Not
always
even
look
Scandal?
at Scandal was good. It was good, but I felt like yeah. But every time I look at Kerry Washington, I always say to myself, if she can make it, anybody can make it, because she's not that good to me. That's just how I feel. I feel like there's way better actors out there. And her accent was just like, I don't know, and I felt like the whole movie she was yelling. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. But I just felt like she was yelling, and then she was yelling with this fake Southern accent that she was trying to keep, but certain scenes, it kept coming in and out. And I'm just like, no, why just hire a Southern actor?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's best, how I feel, how people feel about when Beyonce gets certain roles and people are, oh, why they cast her? They could have found somebody else to do it. I feel that way about Kerry Washington. Like, why did they cast her? She's never been my favorite actor.
So you think maybe if they would have did it,
maybe if somebody else, yeah. I mean, the movie was good.
I didn't know nobody else in that movie except for her.
The movie was good. It was a good story because it was a story that even me, somebody who loves history, had never heard about. It was a really good story, and I really appreciated the story because now it gives light to yet another, chapter in our history that.
Like just
that people like Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump want to erase. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Also, too, the real Lena, what was her name? Davenport? Whatever her last name was?
Davenport.
Yeah, her. The real Lena, they interviewed, last year, I think, all of the cast, and it looked like they were on a Zoom call, too. Because it was Tyler, Oprah... it was Carrie. It was a bunch of them, and they were talking to them, and she was just thanking them for making the movie. And she actually passed away the beginning of this year. But she lived. She was 100, and that thing, that Zoom call with her, she doesn't look it at all. She looks old, but she didn't look that old. But I'm just happy that the real Lena Davenport was able to see this story, made. But yeah, I don't know. The movie was good. I don't know. It's something about Kerry Washington, y'all. I'm just like, really? Are we that excited about her? I don't see it. And you know who I actually could have seen in that role?
Who?
Because Kerry Washington didn't even look like the real woman that she was playing. Because one thing about me, I will Google. Taraji could have been in that role. I don't know. I'm just not that big on Kerry Washington.
Sorry. And it's okay. Yeah, it's okay to feel that way.
Yeah, I'm not that big on her. The story itself was good.
Yes.
Shout out to Tyler Perry for bringing that story to life. The story was good. The other actors were good too. Like they were good.
Yeah, I like the plus size girl. Yeah. I like Taro a lot.
My director at my job, she said that she got into an argument with her sister about the movie because her sister didn't like the fact that they were portraying in the film this happy-go-lucky couple with Lena and the white guy. Like, that just not in the 1940s. People weren't that open of interracial relationships. Like, and she said that they got into a real bad argument about it. And I was like, wow. She was like, yeah, my sister was really, really upset that they tried to paint it as if this is how everybody was accepting of a black.
But nobody said it was in the movie. It wasn't even accepted like that.
No, and you're absolutely right. And I said that to my boss, and then my boss further said to me, she said, "Well, my sister was speaking on the fact of how open they were with each other, like just out in public with each other and hugging each other and all that stuff." She said, my sister was saying that back then, even in the 60s and 70s, she said even back then, a lot of people, that was like a hidden thing. Like if you mess with somebody interracial, you weren't walking down the street holding hands or hugging on each other. And she was like, and that was in the 40s. So, that. So I said, okay, I got to get where your sister's going with this. I said, but it is a movie. Okay, it's a movie. But yeah, overall, I thought it was very emotional. I got emotional when she found his grave. Mm-hmm. I got really emotional with that. There was another scene where I got emotional too. When the letter was found from him to her,
Right.
I got emotional when the two ladies got killed in the truck when the truck blew up.
Yeah.
The two soldiers. I thought that was very sad. Yeah, it was a good movie. It was definitely a good movie. I haven't finished it though. But I feel like I'm at the end. I feel like I'm towards the end.
Yeah. When you see the lady, they'll show you original cast.
Yeah, I'm at the original people.
Who they were portraying.
Yeah, because I haven't finished it yet. I've gotten to the part where the general, whoever he was, came trying to get Kerry Washington put out.
Yeah. I don't know, them racism scenes, they be doing something to me. Like, when I be so mad, because it's just, like, damn, like, y'all, you really don't like people just because of their skin color, and you doubted these women.
Yeah, that was the way of the world.
I know, it's just fucking
I never got mad off those scenes, though. I just felt like, you know, it's sad that happened, but, you know, that was... The crazy thing is, thank God that we didn't come up in that time, because that really was the way of the world. And I think that's probably what my boss's sister was trying to convey to her. Like, this is how they treated us. Like, the general getting mad at Kerry Washington, to her, was more realistic than these Lena and that guy frolicking around the neighborhood, hugging and kissing on each other. Like, girl, bye.
But you've had some secret loves and secret affairs.
But secret, keyword,
yeah,
secret. Not out in the open like how they were doing it in the movie. So, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I thought it was a really good movie.
It was. And I'm glad that, you know, that Tyler put something together really nice. And I think it's Kerry Washington's production company as well with him.
Oh, is that why she was in it?
Probably so. So here we go. Don't do Kerry.
I don't know. I don't see it for her.
Okay, so did you ever get around to the Jamie Foxx Netflix special?
I never got around to that.
Okay.
I never even crossed the street to get to it.
I know it had a lot of mixed reviews.
It did, because you gave me your mixed review, and then there were people, and I never want to go off of anybody else, but it was like, I never saw so many mixed reviews. I saw so many people loving the documentary, and then I saw so many people saying, this is not comedy, this is not what I signed up for, this is more so him giving his testimony of what happened to him. I want to laugh, Jamie. I don't want to sit here and be crying over, you know. Like, that's what I was seeing. Like, I was seeing people say it was so good, but the so good that I was hearing about the documentary was just that, the testimony of the thing. I didn't really hear people say, oh, it was so good because it was so funny, but it was so good because he told what happened to him. Whereas, though, there were some people who probably thought, oh, this is Jamie Foxx, so I'm about to laugh. And they were like, no, he's actually making me cry, and I don't want to cry. I want to laugh.
And that makes sense.
Yeah.
And but for me watching it, I was trying to figure out where it was going. And I'm like, okay, he kept crying. And I mean, shit, if I almost died, I'd probably be crying too.
Right. And I think that's probably what threw people off who didn't like it. Mm-hmm. They probably were like, wait, I didn't know this. It was going to be this. Okay, tell what happened to you, and then get on to the comedy.
And then, but I found it so uplifting. First of all, you never really hear comedians talk about their love for God and thanking God, and now he's just been testifying and thanking God, and I loved it. And then it was impromptu where he had, you know, you say all the time, God is good, and he had the audience singing it, and it turned into a song. All the time, God is good, and God is good all the time. Oh my God, I got goosebumps from that. But I'm like, this is Jamie's story. It's his story. Now, if you want to watch somebody who was hilarious after their train wreck, that was Tracy Morgan. Because, I mean, he got hit by a Mack truck.
He did.
And almost died, too. His manager died. And, I mean, it was funny because he didn't just talk about what happened. He also talked about other shit that was going on, and Donna Summer and all of, like,
I don't even know Tracy Morgan still did stand up. Yeah. Like, I remember when that happened to him and he did the special about, but I don't hear too much about him doing that.
Yeah, the crazy thing is he don't probably have to work no more.
No, I'm sure he does
working.
Well, none of them do, Kevin.
Well,
Nobody does. Eddie Murphy don't have to work no more. Beyonce damn sure don't have to work no more. Rihanna don't have to work no more.
and she's showing it. She's
Right.
like, y'all gonna buy my stuff.
Who?
Rihanna.
Oh yeah, yeah. Rihanna's not playing with y'all. People get on her all the time. Bitch, where you at? Minding my fucking business.
Mm-hmm.
And she leaves it at that. They don't have to work no more. All that money they got in their bank account.
Yeah.
Shit. Can you imagine? I'd probably see 7 million and say, "Oh, I'm retired." Oh, I'm done. But you talk about people who got 80 and 90 million and say, "No, still gotta get them go to work."
They still do.
Still gotta get them go to work.
Yeah. Now, so you know, Meghan Markle is coming back to Instagram. I mean, she's back on Instagram or whatever. First of all, I didn't even know she was away.
Well, you said you know, and I don't follow her. So
Well, I figured you knew more about her. I mean, we all know about the royals and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't follow her.
And we all know she had her and Harry. They had to deal with Netflix or whatever. So she's got this new special coming out on Netflix.
And it's about what?
I don't know, cause I don't care.
Okay.
But it was the thing
Let
for
me see if I can
me.
look it up.
For me,
This
is
is the first
Meghan
I'm hearing
McCain having something to say about it. And she talking about, oh, now you want to be American again. Real Americans
Who said
can't
that?
eat and put food on the table.
Who said that?
Meghan McCain.
Oh, please.
And I'm like, what the fuck does her having a special on Netflix have to do with feeding America's people and people not putting food on the table? Like all the things that you're saying that she should do, I was thinking to myself, why don't you do it? Why don't you get out there and go to soup kitchens and help feed America? Since you're so fucking concerned about it, you know, and everybody else was concerned about it and they made the wrong choice. And clearly, putting food on the table ain't the reason why they voted the way they voted, if you ask me. But I just feel like Meghan McCain, don't nobody want to hear you bitching and whining in 2025.
No.
We don't. Leave people alone. If Meghan wants to do a show, let her do a show. I think that everybody wants to hate on Meghan because it's popular and because the royal family don't get along with her and Harry like that. So everybody wants to have something to say. But I love that they're living regular fucking lives. We don't even be thinking about them no more. Yes, they told their story. Harry put his book out and everything. But he seems to be doing fine. They both seem to be doing fine. Leave them alone. Let them live their lives. They didn't want to do the royal thing, and they don't have to. Especially how they've been treated. I'm sure they treated Meghan terribly. And she said they have. If she wants to do 20 Netflix specials, let her. Somebody's watching them. It ain't me, but somebody's watching them. I was fascinated with them in the beginning.
I'm reading, like trying to read. Well, not trying, not him reading. With this Netflix thing, and it kind of looks like it's going to be like a blogging type of show.
Yeah, but she's not complaining about nothing, right?
No, but it looks like it would be more so like a blogging type show following her life at home with her husband, I guess. With Love and Will It Work? It's called With Love. One of the most striking things about the trailer is that it's Meghan on her own rather than with Harry. Since stepping down, but then people want to see the show with you and him, and if it ain't gonna be too much of him on there, people ain't gonna watch.
No,
because they want to see the two of y'all together being
so
a
they
couple.
can talk about you on the tabloid,
Right.
and make even up more lies for y'all.
It's like Jay-Z doing a blogging show at home, and there's no Beyonce.
I mean, people gonna watch for him, but yeah, they're gonna
watch.
Beyonce.
But Jay-Z rap fans are gonna watch for Jay-Z, but overall people. Are gonna watch Beyonce. Just like that Christmas football game.
Baby.
Okay? Them views came in because of Beyonce.
Yeah, Netflix, y'all got new people because of Beyonce. And
okay.
The Beyonce boys, they said.
And then they turned the halftime show into a Netflix special.
Yeah. It's a standalone on Netflix. And I watched it.
Like, damn, Beyonce.
And you know what's so crazy? Because but I didn't know that this was all going to be like a Cowboy Carter thing.
You
for
didn't
Netflix.
think that? Oh,
In the beginning, I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking like, oh, she gonna do like a medley of songs, and I'm thinking like, what songs would she do? And then she just did Cowboy Carter, and I'm like, even the craziest thing is, even if you don't know none of those songs, she put on a performance.
You know what, Kevin? When I heard that, once I realized it was going to be in Texas, I instantly knew in my heart that it was going to be Cowboy Carter because it made sense. And then I was going back and forth with one of my friends. We were going back and forth, and we were talking about, before this happened, we were talking about it, and he was asking me, he was like, what do you think she's going to do? And I said, I think she's going to do Cowboy Carter. And he said, why do you think that? Because nobody's talking about Cowboy Carter anymore. And I said, that's exactly why I think she's going to do it. Mm-hmm. Because she wants people to start talking about it again, because I do believe she's going to tour with this album. And then when she released that video after the show saying January 14th, 25, and he hit me up afterwards and said, oh, wow, I think you're right. I said, I believe it in my heart because she was so passionate about this Cowboy Carter. It had its little run, and then people stopped talking about it. I said, but for her to be in Texas during Christmas and not perform Cowboy Carter, it wouldn't make sense. Like, it just wouldn't make sense for her not to perform it. And he just was like, I don't think she's going to do it because nobody's talking about it. And I said, I think that's even more reason why she's going to do it. To get people to start talking about it again.
Well,
now everybody's ready for their cowboy
yeah, I mean,
stuff.
especially once your taxes is coming.
Cowboy hats. Ready. I was in the mall the other day after the Christmas show, and I seen these cowboy themed jean button-up shirt, and I said, "Oh, this is so cute," and it just made me think of Beyonce. Mm-hmm. Not even the fact that I want to, but it's now that I'm seeing cowboy themed stuff, I'm thinking, "Oh, this is cute for the concert."
Right.
So Beyonce, you did what you were supposed to do because you got me saying, "You know what? I might actually join the club with the next tour and dress up in the theme of the damn tour."
Oh, I think I will too.
But I'm not wearing a cowboy hat.
Why not?
Because I don't want to wear that. Not everybody. Oh, let me. Hey, Daddy. What you doing? It doesn't matter what you doing. What you got on? What do you have on? What kind of clothes, bitch? Mario? My name is Mikkel. Why are you here? We're working. Did you know he was coming before?
I sure didn't know.
Oh, he said he didn't know you were coming. It doesn't matter. I'm outside. He said it doesn't matter if he's outside.
My place look a fucking mess.
Trust me, trust me, Kevin. That's one thing me and Dennis can agree on. We've all seen it a mess.
Well, I guess we got a show with interruptions. Okay. Did y'all plan this?
No, I didn't. He didn't even know who he was talking to. All right, he's coming right now, Daddy. Just popping up. Tell him to hurry up.
Yeah. You know I don't like that type of stuff.
Well, you know I don't like that type of stuff. But tell him when you get to that damn door that you don't like him popping the hell up. Fuck you think you is? You want to report somebody. I don't want the guy's job. Jobs is hard to find. Shit, I'm having a hard time with mine. He gonna say on the Sunday, Dennis, mind your fucking business. I heard you. On a Sunday.
I gotta go to the bathroom. Let me pause right quick.
composite veneers, which is different.
But I feel like he has what you have.
Mm.
And when I seen him on Thanksgiving, like part right here looked like it was like breaking off or something. And I didn't, because he's not keeping up with him.
No, because he don't have.
Did you go to the bathroom? Why'd you turn the volume down? I don't want to hear you going to the bathroom.
Because I recorded y'all.
I don't want to hear you going to the bathroom now.
You're not going to hear me.
I am.
I'm going. Where's my phone?
I don't know, but you need to turn something off. I don't want to hear nothing dropping in that toilet.
Because he don't have porcelain veneers. He have composite veneers, which is different. Composite veneers are you know how you go to the dentist and you get a filling, or you get a root canal, and they pack your teeth with this stuff. That's what the composite veneers are. Okay. I have like porcelain, like
they're nice. They're really nice.
So they won't. And if anything, the whole thing will come off, but not. Yeah,
I noticed my pins right there. I'm like,
they break off because that's why I didn't get them, because I went to get the composite veneers and then they told me that how
I don't need veneers. I just want to whiten my teeth.
They told me you always had nice teeth.
Thank you.
A dentist probably wouldn't even give you a real professional dentist.
Wouldn't give you
veneers, but somebody that's do it and they just stay living, that's like they would give it to you, because
a dentist asked me one time when I went.
They have to shave your real teeth now. You got perfect teeth. And you got
years ago,
nice and you have a nice bite.
How do you know about my bite?
I'm looking at your teeth.
Oh, that bite.
What bite are you talking about?
I don't know. The dentist, she said to me, she asked me one day when she's cleaning my teeth, she said, "Have you ever wore braces?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "You never wore braces?" I said, "No." And you wouldn't believe it, because when I was younger, I had jagged teeth, but when God said, "Nope, I'm gonna bless you with some nice teeth when you get older."
Yeah.
So well, it's good to see you.
You too. You look good. I ain't seen you in God's no one.
I don't know when's the last time we saw. When was the last time we saw each other?
It's been some years, and it's so funny because for as long as Kevin
it wasn't
lived
when
around
Barb
here,
was. When Barb
that probably was it.
That was 4 years ago.
Yeah, that probably was it.
Oh. Wow, that's a long time.
Life been life, and Instagram don't like you.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Clearly.
No, they don't. And then for some strange reason, Kevin, they don't like a lot of people. I'm like, so every time I get on Instagram, somebody is saying how Instagram has now restricted them from getting on live, or they are shadow banned them. It's like, what the fuck is going on? It's getting weird.
But why do they keep deleting you?
I don't know. And then, you know what's so crazy? So, Kevin, remember my neighbor who passed away, who committed suicide?
Wow.
Yeah.
So, last night, I was sitting outside his apartment, parked outside his apartment. Mm-hmm. And of course, I'm looking up at what's the name, because it's a duplex. So I'm looking up and I see that they now have new neighbors in there. So something just made me think about his Instagram page. So I'm like, well, let me go to his Instagram page. And thank God it's not private, so I can go on there. And then I'm like, I remember he followed me on my last 2 pages. So I'm like, well, let me go to his followers and see if I type in my pages, will they come up? And they come up.
I'm sorry.
Did you just sneeze on me?
No, I was.
Are you trying to smell me?
No, I was trying to smell you, but I was going to.
That smell good?
You always smell good, but I didn't want to say the person's name.
Oh. No.
Oh, okay.
No, this person's an older guy. Who's that?
Some guy that committed suicide a couple years ago.
Can you show me his face?
I could try to.
And I'll show you who I'm talking about. Because I don't know who that is that you're talking about. This is who I'm talking about. He was my neighbor.
Damn, what are people going through?
I know, so sad. Then, so sad. So sad. So sad.
You sound like Trump, but that's so sad.
No, Trump says bigly. Everything's bigly. Would I know this person you're talking about?
You probably would.
Why don't you just get a new what's in that?
New what?
Screen thing.
I know, and
because every time mine crack, even with one crack, I get rid of it.
But you know the whole thing. I have a set in the house.
So do I, because this is a screen thing. I always.
But I don't.
But see, yours is you can't see if somebody's looking over you.
Or my privacy screen. You can't see?
No, mine isn't privacy screen because you can see. I don't care what you see on this one.
As much as you be on Twitter?
As much as I be in everybody's baby dad's everything. Yeah, I don't give a damn.
I can't find it.